Okay, let's cut into this thing and see how we did. It looks good, it smells good. I hate to say it, but I think that's better than my mama's or my wife's meatloaf. Good morning. Down here in the villages in Florida, my wife and I live in the village of De La Vista East. Every third Wednesday of the month, they have a potluck for all the people on De La Vista East, which pretty much consists of Carrera Drive, and then there's a little cul-de-sac down there. Anyway, so the theme this month is bring something red. So I decided I'm going to smoke a meatloaf. And I've never done it before. I found the ingredients on a Soul Food Cooking. Lady did one, and it said the best perfect meatloaf. And then I found some videos on smoking meatloaf. So I'm going to combine the two and just hopefully it's edible when I get done. Okay, I got my pan preheated to medium heat. We'll put in a little butter. Let it melt. That looks like a good amount. And then probably a little too much. I kind of like this Irish butter. It's some pretty good stuff. Now I'm going to add my garlic and onion, chopped up garlic and chopped up onions. And saute them for 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to set these aside and grab me a little bowl to put them in and just let that sit for a little bit. In a small bowl, I guess this is a small bowl, I'm going to put in ketchup, mustard, and brown sugar. This is kind of a brown sugar substitute that I use because I do the vegan carnivore stuff. And this is some vegan carnivore ketchup that I've been using. And then I just happen to have this spicy brown mustard, so I guess that's what's going in it. Alright, let's see. Brown sugar. 4 tablespoons brown sugar. Okay. Got this. That looks like about a tablespoon. Yep. We'll do 4 of these guys. Alright, okay, now we're going to go with 2 tablespoons of mustard. If I can get it out of here, let me try pounding it on the countertop, see if I can loosen it up a little bit. Try it again. Okay, now we got it going. Well, that one's just about empty. Okay. See if I can get another tablespoon out of there. That looks like 2 tablespoons. Okay, now ketchup, we got 2/3 cup. Well, this thing here is 1/3, so I'll just fill her up twice. I don't think this is even open. Yeah, it is. Alright. Keto carnivore ketchup. That is what I use. And then I gotta have a little bit because the final dish has got to be red. So I guess I don't know anything about this stuff, but I guess you put red on the outside when you're done. A little red ketchup. Okay, there's the ketchup. All right, mix. Let me set this aside and see what's next. Okay, I'm using extra lean ground beef. And to that, I'm going to put in a 1/2 tablespoon of paprika. And I just happen to have this smoked paprika. And since we're going to be smoking it, that ought to be pretty good. I guess you got to rip the lid off of this thing to get at it. So a 1/2 teaspoon. That looks like a 1/2 teaspoon. All right. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Then half tablespoon of parsley. So where that? I believe that's a 1/2 tablespoon. That's a tablespoon, so I'll just use half of it. That looked like a good amount. Then I got garlic powder. So I want to go garlic powder. I'm going to go 2 teaspoons. There's a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'll just do 4 of these guys. There's about 2. I'd say that's another 2, which makes 4. So, okay. Now gotta mix this up. I guess I just do it with my hands. I don't know no other way to do it. I've washed my hands a dozen times a day, so they're clean. Okay. Alright. That looks like it's pretty well mixed up. Okay. I believe that's mixed up pretty darn good. Washed my hands again. Well, I got it all mixed up. Went to the next step, and part of that last step was supposed to be put in the pepper and the salt. So we're going to redo this. Well, not going to redo it. I'm going to do what I left out. So it takes what is it? 2 teaspoons of black pepper. 1, 2, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Well, I happen to have this sea salt, and I kind of like the stuff, so that's the route we're going to go. 2 teaspoons of sea salt. Okay. All right. Now we're going to mix it up again. See if I get it right this time. Or then I'll go look at the next step and see what I've left out and start over. But hey, we're going to mix this up real good. Yeah. Probably could use a little mixer of some sort. Yeah. Don't want to leave any pockets of pepper in there and set somebody off. Alright. Let me check out the next step and see where we go from here. I really should probably read the instructions before I get started, because part of that same operation was the, what is that, tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and the garlic and the onion. Okay, there's the Worcestershire, so I got that time. I think this has got everything in there now. So here's the garlic and the onion. Put in there now. Now I already mixed this twice, but here we go. Third time. I'm gonna get it right this time, and then we'll move on to the next step. At this rate, I'm not gonna get this thing cooked today. I better get it in gear. All right. I might get this mixed up and on the smoker today. I better hurry. We got that party here in a few hours, and I'm gonna have this thing done. All right. Looks like we're good there. Let me see what's next. The lady says that the secret to the perfect meatloaf is to put the mixture in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. So it's off to the fridge we go. So while I'm winging it here, I'm gonna need to make up some temperatures. So I think I'm gonna set the Pit Boss smoker let's say around 180. And the internal of meat's going to be 165 when it's done. So I think I'll put it in there till I get it up to 100, 110, and then I'll fire this bad boy up to about 350 until I get the meatloaf up to the proper temperature of 165. So let's turn this bad boy on. Get her going there, and I'm using applewood chips because that's what I had in there when we cooked some steaks the other night, so I'm just going to stick with that. I got a little more of that. I don't think it really matters. Do you? Okay, this mixture's been sitting in the fridge for a half hour. It's pretty firmed up. So now I'm going to see about making, oh yeah, it's nice and thick. See about making a loaf. See if I can pull this off. Like I said, I've never made a meatloaf in my entire life. I'm just kind of winging it here, having a little fun. That's what cooking on Carrera is all about. It's not doing it right, it's just doing it. All right, now she said you take that and I'm going to transfer it. Oop, if I can get over, I got a wire rack over here. I'm going to put it on this wire rack. Get rid of this thing. So now I got it on the wire rack, and let me grab a brush, because now this is the point where this is where she says, well, that doesn't look real good. Let me fix that up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so now you put the red stuff on it. This is the ketchup mixture. Uh-oh, it's not that red. It looks more brown to me, but that's all right. It's going to be red enough. All right, that looks like a heck of a mess. All right, now this thing's ready to go on the smoker. Okay, I was going to take it to 180. It's pushing 180. It's getting close, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the meatloaf and put it in there. And because I actually saw the thing, you can't set it at 180. It goes to 190. But I'll play with that a little bit. So I'm going to get the meatloaf in there and let's see how it goes. Be right back. We may not have a clue what we're doing, but we're cooking on Carrera. Okay, so this meatloaf's been smoking for about 3 hours. I had it at 190. I just now cranked it up to 350, just to get the heat coming up on it. But I'm gonna take it in the house here in a few minutes. I've got the oven preheating at 350, and see if I can top this thing off. It's the internal temperature now is about 105. So I'll take it in the house and finish it up. It'll be done in about an hour. Okay, so I decided to run it just a little bit longer out here. I've got the internal temperature up to about 120, but I need to finish this thing off. So I've got the oven preheated to 350. I'm going to pull it out of here and take it in the house, put it in the oven. We'll go ahead and turn this thing off. There we go. That's turned off. It takes a while to shut down. Pro. And looks pretty good. But it's not red. I'm going to have to put some more red on it. Anyway, into the house. I've got the internal temperature of the meatloaf up to 160 now, so that's cooked. So I'm going to pull it and just let it rest here for a minute. Hopefully it doesn't fall asleep. Okay, let's cut into this thing and see how we did. It looks good. It smells good. I hate to say it, but I think that's better than my mama's or my wife's meatloaf. That's some good stuff there. That is really, really good. Awesome.